Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. Today's video is just going to be a day in the life video. I've been on vacation all week and I haven't done much. So I'm just going to share with you how I spent the top part of my Friday. So I started off with a grocery haul. My ultimate goal for this month was to move to once a month grocery hauls, but I need to bulk up my stockpile in order for once a month hauls to work for me. So I will begin my once a month grocery hauls in October, and I will just continue to grocery shop weekly for the rest of September. But this is what I got. So the first 6 days of my vacation, I did not leave my home. Well, I had to take Jeremiah to school, and he drove to school every morning this week, and I just drove the car back home, and then I drove to pick him up from school, but he drove back home from school. We're trying to get as much driving time in with him as I possibly can. But other than taking Jeremiah to school and picking him up from school, my car stayed in my driveway and I just enjoyed my home. I ate good. I love collard greens and smoked neck bone, and Jeremiah doesn't. But I made a big pot of collard greens and smoked neck bone I've been eating on. I finished it off on Wednesday. But I just been sitting around reading. I read The Nightingale's Castle. I bought a complete collection of Maya Angelou's poems, and I've been reading through them. She has so many poems I didn't know, and I'm falling in love with it. Like, so much of it is about loving who you are as a woman, in so many of her poems. So I'm enjoying it. When I was in my early 20s, I was into the Cartel book series. It's like 7 books. And I'm going to start rereading all 7 of those books in that series. Me and my sister used to have like a little book club when I was in my 20s. And I'm going to go back to reading books like I used to back then. But I really just relaxed on my vacation, and took care of me on a soul level. I love being able to just sit back, relax, and not have to do anything, go anywhere. I enjoyed it. So I feel refreshed and restored, and this was the perfect vacation for me. But this morning I got up at 6 and I went grocery shopping at Walmart. The budget was supposed to be $150, but I spent $159.74, so slightly over budget. I'm doing a sliding scale that increases week after week. So I did $100 last week. It was supposed to be $150 this week, but I was over. I'm doing $200 next week, and then I'm gonna end off the month with $400. I'm doing this scale where I'm ultimately gonna spend $850 so that I can increase my stockpile, because I want my once a month grocery haul budget to fall in the range between 400 and 450. And I couldn't make that happen this month because my stockpiles are so depleted. So I'm hoping by spending the $850 this month that it will allow me to move forward shopping once a month and actually spending between 400 and 450. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it, definitely. guess I lied a little by mistake, because after I took Jeremiah to school each day, I did go and run the bridge. It's not often that I get to do a morning run, or the only time I get to do my morning run is when I'm on vacation, and I actually ran, well, jog, I'm 43, jogged the 3 miles all week, because in the morning there are so many people who are much older than me out there, getting it, like running, actually running. Well, they're jogging too, but we're all jogging. But jogging, walking their dogs, but everybody is getting a workout in. There is one woman who I met this week. She is 74 years old, and oh my God, she looks amazing. She looks my age, but she looks amazing, and she was like sprinting. And it was so inspiring. Like, one of the greatest parts of my vacation was to see the older people this week in the mornings getting a workout. And like I told you, the 74-year-old woman who inspired me, like, she inspired me. How hard she was going, it really kicked my desire to get in shape into the next gear, because she absolutely looked amazing. Like, she literally looked to be in her 40s. But yes, I did work out. I did get my 3 miles in. But other than that, I really was home, and I really just read and relaxed and chilled. But I have been sticking to my workout. It started off as a 75 hard challenge, and now it's just a lifestyle. Like, I have more energy, super happy. Like, life for me, I can't thank God enough for this space that he's put me in. I just feel amazing. But yeah, I left that out. I did work out every single morning I was on vacation. I washed Jeremiah's clothes yesterday, and of course, he hasn't put them up. But I already knew, like, I was coming in here today, and I was gonna do a cleaning in his room. Cleaning in his room does two things for me, and putting up his laundry is helpful too. Number one, I can see if something has a hole in it, if it's too small for him, because he has been in the midst of a growth spurt. Like, he is officially now 6'3", and he literally just turned 16 a month ago. A month ago. But he has a 30-inch waist, but he needs a 36 inseam on his pants. And so all of the 34 inseams, I have to either get rid of them or give them to Jordan. So I'm going through and taking out all the things that he can't fit. Anything like white shirts that are faded, I'm also throwing them out. But I am a strong believer in how you send your kids out in the world says something. And I send my child to school with clothes that fit him properly. His pants isn't sagging, they're on his waist. He always looks presentable. I let the world know, when you see my child, like, he's cared for, he's loved, he's valued. Don't play with him. Like, when you look at him, the world should be able to tell that. But he's 16, and they have their own style at 16. They don't want their mama dressing them. So I basically just make sure, like, his clothes is properly fitting. He doesn't have anything that doesn't fit him anymore. He's put together. Like, that's important to me. My father was the same way, and that's something that was instilled in me. Like, if you're going to make sure that you step out the door looking good, And that's what I tell my kids. I can look a mess, but they can't go out in the world looking a mess. I need the world to see them, and without anything, just knowing like they are a valued individual to some crazy lady. But I am going through his wardrobe to get rid of, like I said, all the things he can't fit. And you'll see me in a little while create a list, because I don't want to wait until winter to get what he needs. I was able to fund October bills early because you guys know I'm a month ahead. So I spend the month of September putting money aside for August bills, and I got a little extra money. So I was able to get all of the bills for October fully funded. It's just sitting in my account waiting to be paid on October 1st, but that means I have the next two paychecks to break up whatever he needs for the winter so I can get it off of my to-do list. But being in his room, putting his clothes up, seeing what he has in the closet, looking through his drawers, I can get an idea of what he's going to need for the winter. I don't know if you guys have teenagers. Jordan was very into style. So he was quick to let me know, like, I need 4 hoodies and I want polo. Or he was great at communicating. Jeremiah is the type of child that as long as he has a hoodie or 2 hoodies, some pants, he's just going to make what he has work. He really is a very laid back child. Like, he's a a blessing to have, truly, but he will not have what he needs and not communicate it with me. And when I'm cleaning his room, I can see what he has and also what he needs. Like the scrap on his Oculus is taped. I didn't even know it was broken. So I will get him a scrap for his Oculus. They're like $25. It's not going to set me back, but things like that, he never said anything. Jordan was great at communicating his needs. So they're the opposite, but I'm just going to write it down on my list. And like I said, I get paid on the 18th and then I get paid on the 24th. And I'm just going to use those 2 paychecks to knock out all of his winter stuff. So it's not something that I have to worry about, but I can get the best understanding of what is needed when I'm in here. Like, this is the best way to know what he needs. Write it down and then come up with a plan to get it for him. Plus, everything that I do on a budget. And by making a list and coming up with the plan, I can try to find like Nike. They like Nike and Under Armour, but I can find those things cheaper at TJ Maxx or at Home Centric. And that helps my keep it in my budget as well. But kids they like certain stores. Like, they like the Nike outlet, they like the Under Armour outlet. But while I'm in here, if I come up with the list, I can get those things and have it laying on their bed or hang in their closet, and they won't even, no one cares where it came from. They're into labels, and I think that's just like part of being a teenager, so it doesn't bother me. But when they were little, I swear by Granimals. Like, Walmart sells the Granimal sets, and when my kids were little, you could get them for like 99 cents or $1.99, and a child can look put together with Granimals. Like, it's really just making sure they have something that fits them and that you're taking pride in putting them together. But they care about things that I know aren't as important, but I still meet their needs just within my budget. Like I said, before I go to the outlets to get the things on this list, I am going to go to 2 TJ Maxx, a Marshalls, and the Home Centric in my area, because I know it'll cut down what I'm spending on those things a lot. I noticed that there's some chip paint by one of the sockets, so I'm just gonna paint that area really quick. Keeping my home together is important to me, and little things like that take a quick second, but it makes a huge difference. I hope you guys noticed that I did paint the accent wall in Jeremiah's room. I think I did that Friday night, or Friday afternoon, but I did get that accent wall painted. I'm gonna do the letters of our last name in blue on that wall, but that one white wall does lighten up the space. And like I said, I need light, open and airy spaces. And I'm also gonna get him a hanging plant. Jeremiah definitely isn't going to do well with the plant on his nightstand, and definitely not on his gaming station. So I'm just going to do a hanging plant in the corner near the window, and I'll take care of it. And that'll give some life into the room. And the accent wall, I love how it came out. So that's about all I'm gonna accomplish today. I'm gonna wash my hands, and I was gonna make some. I did a little bit of meal prepping earlier in the week. So the breakfast sausage, I cooked a pack because I'm buying the round, like ground breakfast sausage, and I made some patties for us to just pick up and eat really quick. And I was gonna put that with eggs, and I remembered I still had some boiled egg and sausage um with garlic that I made a couple days ago. I still had one left in the bottom drawer, so instead of having to cook, I'm just gonna heat that up and eat that. I'm gonna sit out on the patio, and I'm gonna order Jeremiah's pants from American Eagle. Now, that's the one thing I can't shop around with because he needs that 36-inch inseam. The best place that I've found to buy his pants are American Eagle. I did see that Old Navy had the 36 inseam as well, but the quality on the Old Navy pants with him, they don't last as long as the American Eagle. I don't like American Eagle price, but the quality lasts. And so I'm gonna get him a few pants, or order him a few pants from American Eagle now to get that off of my list. And I'll just pull from the money that I gave myself. I gave myself $300 while I was on vacation. And like I told you guys, other than taking Jeremiah to school and working out in the morning, I have been in my home. I haven't gone to any stores or shopping. Today was my first day in a store going grocery shopping in Walmart. But I enjoyed my home, and I did what I needed on a soul level. So the $300 that I have in cash, I'm going to deposit whatever portion I spent on Old Navy today in the bank to cover that, because I'm pulling from my personal savings to pay for his pants. And then I'll just replenish my personal savings with this $300, because I did not spend a dime of it this vacation. And whatever's left after that, I'll start buying my birthday gifts, because I told you guys I will always buy me birthday gifts. So before this vacation began, I had so much that I wanted to do in mind. I gave myself $300 because I plan on driving to Georgia to go to the range that I prefer. and get some time in there. I wanted to have a good seafood boil, and the place that I love seafood is right down the road from the range. And I wanted to go to Burlington. I had a huge list of things I wanted to do. I was going to finish caulking all of the spaces, rooms in my home that still needed. And when my vacation began, my soul literally just wanted to rest. And I'm so happy I didn't force myself to do more, like go anywhere or do anything. I didn't want to shop. I am perfectly content with what I have in my life. I feel grateful. I'm in love with my home, like in a way that I've never been. I've always been grateful for it, but I love being here. I love how it looks. I love how I feel when I'm in it. Um, it restores my soul, and I enjoyed every inch of it, and it was the perfect vacation. I'm finding that when I started to heal the inside of me, the things that I used to think made me happy don't make me happy anymore. Like just being with myself, in my home, reading books is perfection. This vacation has been the best vacation I've had so far this year. In every vacation, I learned something about myself, and this vacation, I don't know if I so much learned as much as I did in the past. My first vacation in March told me the beauty of living in the now, and it transformed everything. But this vacation just solidified my decision to love me. All the things that I've been looking for the world to give to me, to be to myself. And I love being with just me. I really have fallen in love with who I am, and I'm excited about the woman that God is creating within me. But this was an amazing week. Um, I'm so refreshed and looking forward to going back to work. There's great things coming. I don't know what that means, but my soul just feels like great things are coming my way, and I'm grateful.